Welcome once again to Movin' Right Along, a stocking stuffer podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. This is the podcast where we watch A Muppet Family Christmas 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Ryan Rowe.
I'm your other host, Anthony Strand.
And I am your special guest, Roz Strand.
Hey, you are my special guest.
Oh, you're my special guy.
Oh, man.
And thank you for joining us one more time.
Thanks for having me back for more singing.
Yeah, and today we're watching minutes 43 and 44 of A Muppet Family Christmas, in which the Muppets keep singing even more Christmas songs. They're still going.
And they're back outside holding little lamps.
Yes. This opens with the woodland creatures outside the farmhouse holding their lamps, and they're singing the song Caroling, Caroling, which begins caroling, caroling through the snow, Christmas bells are ringing. When you search for this song on Wikipedia, it redirects you to Alfred Burt, B-U-R-T, because he's the guy who wrote it and also wrote several other Christmas carols. He wrote this one in 1954, and perhaps the best known recording of it is by Nat King Cole.
Oh, yes.
Again, I feel like this isn't one that you hear, like it's not as frequently recorded or performed around the holidays.
You know, I was thinking about that. Like, this special has full-time residence in my brain, so I think every song that's in it feels like a classic hit to me.
Because you hear it at least once every year.
Yeah, I know. I hear it at
once.
Least, I hear it at least 15 times every
Year. That's
why
I said at least once.
Yeah, right. But so anytime I hear, like, if I hear this song, it's just like, oh, there's that beloved Christmas hit. As heard in Muppet Family Christmas. Like, it's no different from Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. It's a beloved Christmas hit as heard in Muppet Family Christmas. Right. You know.
Well, Nat King Cole overshadowed his own, hit with the Christmas song.
Yeah.
Right. That's he did the definitive version of that, and you hear a lot of people doing that. Because it's lyrical and
Big Bird, Swedish Chef.
Big Bird, Swedish Chef. Yes. A lot of people have done that. So Caroling, Caroling, which is a really fun song and reminds me of, more modern Christmas carols. It has like speed to it.
Well, it is modern. Like, yeah. I was
20th century.
I was amazed to hear that Alfred Burt died in 1954. And wrote this in the 50s because I thought this was at least 100 years older than that.
No,
I would have guessed a little older. Yeah,
it is more repetitive, but man, this is too fast paced. Any old church hymn. Yeah, that's the truth.
That could just be the arrangement too. Though,
yeah, but it has a very 60s feel to it to me because it's just like you can kind of swing it like caroling through the snow.
Yeah, but like how
those beats.
Yeah, but how old is like? Go forth with God's blessing, his true faith confessing, or whatever. That's old.
Isn't that Beethoven or Bach?
Yeah, so that's old and that's upbeat. Like that's a church song.
And there could be like a much. You could do a slower rendition of this, like caroling, caroling through the snow, Christmas bells are ringing. It would be much worse, but you could do it.
Beautiful Gregorian chant version of it.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I know what you mean, though. I do.
Yeah, well, and also the snowman helps it because I feel like he's doing, like, very nice 60s leading man singing there.
Yes, the snowman jumps in on joyous voice, so sweet and clear, sing the sad of heart to cheer. And this is pretty much like Richard Hunt's opera voice. Like,
well, it's Wayne, right?
It's Wayne. It's Placido Flamingo.
Yeah.
And also it's different than how the snowman sang earlier.
That's true. The snowman has sung before and he did not sound like this.
No, he's pitching it. I don't know if he's trying to imitate Nat King Cole, but he's doing it very, very differently.
Right.
And I think that he's just like playing it up as like, and this is my solo.
Joyous voice is sweet and clear. It's just very dramatic.
Yeah.
Well, it's very like in the Jeanette MacDonald movies, Nelson Eddy, right? Like that's what he's doing. The 30s like light musical.
Sure. Star. I'll act like you know what you're talking about. Sounds good.
I do think maybe the snowman, maybe comedy isn't his calling after all. Maybe it's like musical theater.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
He'd be good at that.
Yeah, he shouldn't put all his snowballs in one basket.
It moves back inside pretty quickly.
Yeah. So inside the farmhouse, then the other Muppets pick up the song, and Bunsen and Beaker get a few lines. We commented in a previous episode on how they get almost nothing to do in this special, but they do get to sing in this song. Beaker, me. That's the one. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yep. He does great.
Heard of him?
Good job.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot of things blow up at Christmas, so...
Danny Horn said the same.
No way! I said the same thing as Danny Horn?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me
you guys both like Muppets.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
And Doctor Who.
And Doctor Who, yeah.
Then Statler and Waldorf sing a song. Statler sings, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play. Waldorf sings, and wild and sweet the words repeat, and then the words repeat. And then together they both sing, of peace on earth, goodwill to men. It's a lovely sentiment, but Statler and Waldorf are not known for expressing goodwill toward their fellow man.
Only at the Muppet Theater. They're at their friend's house for Christmas.
I guess.
They're not at work.
Yeah, they're letting their guard down.
Plus, this song was written at the same time that they were born, around the Civil War.
Oh, yeah?
So...
I didn't, you know what? I did not look up when this song was written.
I don't know when the tune was written, but I know that very famous poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote the lyrics. And it was, Anthony had already known this. It was in response to a tragedy in his life.
Yeah, his wife died, and then his son was injured in the war. He sort of ended up surviving, but he was injured very badly in the Civil War.
Yeah.
And that's when he heard the bells on Christmas Day, I guess.
Yeah.
And wrote a song about it.
Well, the poem is about
he wrote a poem.
He wrote a poem.
Not a song.
Yeah, he wrote a poem.
Someone else said it to
and somebody else said it to the music, but the poem's intact. And it was just about how I heard the bells on Christmas Day. Even though all this horrible stuff is going on, the wish for peace on earth, goodwill towards men, still exists.
Yeah.
So even though at the time Americans felt like everything was falling apart and his life was falling apart, he'd lost his second wife. His son ran off and joined the military, even though he did not want him to.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that he was pretty well-known pacifist. So that broke his heart. And then he was injured on top of it. And so he's clinging to this idea that Christmas really does have this effect, even though everything is falling apart and everything's terrible in a state of war. So it's a really sweet, but sad song about how whenever everything's going wrong, it doesn't matter because there's still a wish for peace on earth and goodwill toward men. It's really moving. And the fact that Statler and Waldorf calmed down to be nice to everybody and sing this poignant song.
It's such a fascinating choice.
Yes.
That they had the tempo slow down of the special so that Statler and Waldorf could sing this stately American Civil War carol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess it does sort of fit with them being old men. It's just sort of a...
Yeah, I guess that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's they've witnessed so many atrocities, both in life and on stage.
Yeah. Well, yes, and they'll be back to hurling insults at everybody tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, just a brief sentimental lapse.
Yeah.
But...
Well, I was remiss in researching that song, so I'm glad you knew more about it than I did. So then Robin starts singing the song "It's in Every One of Us."
You do.
In every one of us to be wise. It's dotted half notes for every single note. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. Yeah. It's beautiful.
This song appears on the album John Denver and the Muppets: A Christmas Together and in the TV special that followed it. And I always thought that's where it originated. But I just found out in writing my notes for this episode that is not accurate. The song was written by singer and songwriter David Pomeranz, and it was the title track on one of his albums in 1975. That's 4 years before the John Denver and the Muppets projects. And then the Muppets and John Denver sang it again in the Rocky Mountain Holiday Special, which we did a special episode about, a bonus episode if you want to go back and listen to that.
Yeah, we never did the Christmas together, and like in retrospect, we probably should have.
We should have, and we can still go back and do it someday. We can get to it.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, crazy to me that I didn't know that it wasn't written especially for the John Denver and the Muppets album.
I assume that John Denver wrote it.
Yeah, it's such a John Denver song.
Yeah, it does sound like a John Denver song, right? But yeah, so you learn something new every day.
I really love that this is the point where they're just like, we've done all these like, mid 20th century hit songs. We've done all these older carols. You know what we need now? The songs from our catalog.
A 70s easy listening.
But like this is like a song from the Muppets' own past.
A song the Muppets have done before a few times.
I think in general is best known as a song on the John Denver and the Muppets Christmas.
Oh, by this point, yeah, definitely.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is not best known as the song Ernie and Bert sing after they exchange presents, or whatever.
Not to the general public, right.
Right. But this one is.
There's also a scene in the Tom Hanks movie Big where an instrumental orchestral version of the song plays, which is distracting to me every time.
Yeah, me too. Agreed. Every time. It's when he is getting sick of being big and he's like walking around, like he goes past a playground and sees kids playing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Remember this in the movie Big?
Yeah, no.
And the song, It's in Every One of Us is playing, and it's an instrumental version. It's listed in the closing credits and everything.
That is so weird.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of those songs though that is only Christmassy by association.
Yeah, it's Christmas because it's on that John Denver album.
Yeah,
it's not on the John Denver
It's not
album.
explicitly about Christmas. It's just about, it's the whole peace on earth and everybody should love each other kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's very Henson-y.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not necessarily, it's about changing the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Jim Henson always wanted to do. He wanted to change the world. He wanted to save it. Fraggly,
Yeah.
And through really crazy 80s projects. And, you got to heal the shard. You got to sing your Fraggle song. All of it is just about
it's true.
Henson wanting to save the world.
You got to talk to the frogs in the cloud forest.
Yes, exactly. Every single one comes down to the same thing. So this song is about that. But how I view Christmas personally and for our family, Christmas did change the world. So I can make it work in my own head, and everybody else, you can just enjoy the song or, dive too deep philosophically into it.
Yeah.
Whatever you prefer.
My personal note about this one, so I think I've mentioned before, my dad is a Methodist minister, and one year Christmas fell on a Sunday, and he knew that hardly anybody was going to show up for the Sunday service at church. So he asked, he just put together a very informal service. And he asked my brother and me to edit a video montage of memorable moments from Christmas movies and TV specials. So I wanted to include this special. And in retrospect, I definitely should have used The Swedish Chef and Big Bird.
Aww.
But I instead put in this song from the Carol Sing. Because
really?
I just thought everybody would think it was neat to see so many Muppets singing on screen. But yeah, I think people just didn't know the song. And also, as soon as Robin and Kermit appeared on screen, one guy in the group that was watching said out loud, "Kermit Jr., it's Kermit's son," which then I was just shaking my head in the corner. So,
oh, no.
It's an easy assumption to make. You see Kermit and then you see this tiny little boy frog, but,
Yeah. Sure, it's Kermit Jr.
Kermit Jr., it's Kermit's son.
I love that has stuck with you this whole time. Like, you see this scene and you're like, some guy thought it was Kermit Jr.
Why didn't I swap in a different scene? Yeah.
I'll never forgive him.
No. So actually, that's all I have about these 2 minutes. Any final thoughts on this clip from either of you?
Okay, so I have future thoughts.
Okay.
If that may be allowed.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, you will not be with us after today, so yes, please.
I have loved being part of the carols. I think that carols are amazing and I love to sing them, but something's about to happen, guys. And it has to do with the Fraggle Pebble and Grover. So, and it bugs the crud out of me like so much.
What is it though?
I yell at the screen
every time.
So, if I may.
So, either tomorrow or the day after, you're talking about the scene when Robin gives Grover the Fraggle Pebble.
Yes! Robin gives this gift from another world to Grover. And Grover says, "This Fraggle Pebble is for me? Oh, I just love Christmas." And he doesn't say thank you. He does. And so now it's gotten, I can't, because it never happens. As many times as we watch this and as many times we listen to the CD, it just gets worse for me.
You're always hoping that something might change.
Yeah, I really do, because I'm like the eternal optimist.
You just want Grover to be grateful.
But I get so angry because it never happens. So I'm an angry optimist. So every time I'm starting to do it in like a terrible Frank Oz impression now. Over the years, it's just built up. And so now now whenever it happens, then I just yell out, "Thank you!" Just say it. Say it, Grover.
I can confirm that she is not kidding or exaggerating.
I just hope so. Maybe one day Frank Oz will be like, "Hey, I feel like making a dub."
He's going to go back in.
I just want to say thank you.
That.
I think we can fit it in there. So please, Santa, if you're listening, Roz wants a little tiny but very important edit on the Muppet Family Christmas. Just make Grover say thank you.
Well, let's do an assignment to our listeners then. I can't think off the top of my head of any specific instance where Frank Oz as Grover says thank you, but there must be somewhere, sometime that Grover says thank you. So if anyone out there knows of such an instance, just like do a quick edit, like even it can just be an audio clip, an edit of Grover saying thank you when Robin gives him the Fraggle Pebble. That's all we need.
It'd be the best Christmas present ever, guys. Please make Grover say thank you.
Yes, it would heal Roz's old wounds.
So true.
It's gotten bad. It's going to get worse until it gets better.
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you for loving me.
I love you. Thank you. I love you.
All right.
Other than that, this is a great Christmas special, and thank you so much for having me on. I've had a blast.
Yes. Thank you for being here and sharing your old Christmas Carol knowledge. This has been really great. I guess then with that, we can wrap things up for today. But listeners, we are not done yet. We still have a couple more clips to go. It will just be Anthony and myself for the remaining 2 episodes. So please join us back here again for the next episode, which I think probably begins with even more carol singing. But
yep, we got a little bit of carol singing left. We cut off here with a little bit to go.
Yeah, you will find out more about that when you tune in tomorrow for Moving Right Along. Goodbye.
Bye and bye.
Thank you.
Finally.